Hey guys, I am coming to you live from the Byland kitchen. This was supposed to be a Zoom in a party that I'm in, but for whatever reason, my audio is not working in the Zoom. So Patty, if you jump on here, can you just let me know if you can hear me? Because that would be super important. So somebody tell me in the chat if you can hear what I am saying, because I don't want to be talking to myself. So I know there's two of you watching. Can somebody tell me if you can hear me? Anybody? Somebody? Come on, people. All right. Anyway. Okay. I was supposed to be going live in a party tonight, but it didn't work. Oh, awesome. Thank you so much, Kelly. Okay. So tonight I am making what am I making? I'm making a cast iron skillet pizza. Kelly, you will love this because it happens to be gluten-free. And I'm also doing a coffee smoothie in the blender, which is like, seriously, one of my favorite things ever. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to do the pizza. And a lot of people are very intimidated by cast iron. They're like, oh my God, you know, I don't know how to clean it. I don't know how to use it. So I'm going to tell you all the secrets of cast iron and why you want it in your kitchen. Do you like these? They're like the mini oven mitts, but I call them baby sharks. They're so cute. Okay, so the first secret to cast iron is you need to have a hot pan. It's got to be hot. If it's not hot, don't work. All right, so I had it in the oven because that's the best way to get it hot. Did you get a chance? So that's there. Now I just have to remember not to touch it because I don't want to burn myself. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil to this. And I'm going to turn my heat to like medium high. You want that olive oil to get like ripply, you know, so you know that it's like super hot. So I'm going to turn that on here. Now, I've had a lot of people always ask me about this olive oil that we use. And it's Mr. Papo's. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it directly from the company. But my daughter's best friend, her husband, this is her husband's company, best olive oil ever. Okay, so in the classic batter bowl, I have a 1/2 cup of garbanzo flour, which is a chickpea flour, and 1/4 cup of, 2/3 cup of garbanzo and 1/4 cup of tapioca flour. So I'm going to put this in here like that. I'm going to add about 1 tablespoon of our Italian seasoning. Now this is something you may or may not know, but the top of the cover is about 1 tablespoon. So if you don't have one handy, you can just use the cover. Now I don't know if you guys are familiar with our enrichables. We have 3. So we have protein. This one's super veggie. And then we do kale and fiber. But I'm going to add some protein to this one. And you can get this in a subscription. Just comes right to your door. You have all control over that. So I'm going to add just a scoop of that in here. And when you add the protein, that's 10 grams of protein that you add into whatever recipe that you're doing. All right. So now we got that over there. What else do we need? We need, water. So you want to use about 1/2 cup of lukewarm water, and we're just going to mix this up really well. I'm going to get use the top of a whisk. I'm going to whisk that up. Now I can see that this is starting to get really ripply. Let's see. I want to make sure we have 3/4 of a cup. Perfect. So I've got 3/4 of a cup. This is like the easiest pizza ever. You're going to cook it right on your stovetop. How cool is that? And this makes an awesome batter. It's going to get nice and browned on the bottom. For those of you who have, been to some of my shows, you know that I always tell people when you're cooking a pizza and you're cooking it in the oven, you need to cook it at a high temperature, lowest rack. All right, so we got that all swirled around. I'm gonna whisk this. I'm gonna add a tablespoon of olive oil in here. We're just gonna whisk it. And then I'm just gonna throw this right into the hot pan. Now that's gonna cook for about 5 to 7 minutes. We'll turn the fan on. It's not too loud, right? Okay. I'm gonna get a Baywatch Babe over here. Let's see. We'll use a pink one. If you ordered a Baywatch Babe, yours would be white. So I just want to make sure we got everything. Oh, I'm going to add some salt. And we're going to add some pepper. And I think that is everything. Now the nice part about this classic batter bowl is you can actually put your hand right here like this, so it just gives you a little bit more control. And the best part about Baywatch Babes is to get everything out of the batter bowl so you don't have any waste. All right, so that is starting to cook. Now what we're gonna do is I have some tomatoes that I sliced. I have some fresh grated mozzarella. And I'm going to throw that on here. I also have some fresh grated Parmesan. All right. And now I'm going to throw some tomatoes on here. But I like a lot of seasoning. And the Paper Chef Italian seasoning is the bomb. So this is something you definitely want. So I'm going to add a little bit more of that on there. Now I'm just going to lay my tomatoes. Now when you're just going to do tomatoes and cheese in the crust, it's sort of like a focaccia. It was probably one of the most popular recipes we used to do way back in the day when I first started to be a consultant. It's hard to believe it's coming up on 17 years. I can't even believe that. Okay. Alrighty. What did I do? Well, I don't know what I did with that. Okay, so that's kind of doing its thing. We're going to add a little bit more cheese on here. We can add a little bit more seasoning on here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cover it. Now cast iron obviously does not come with covers. So if you have an existing pan in your house that has a large cover, this is perfect for that. So that's just going to cook a little bit. We're going to cook it down. And then it's going to go into the broiler and it's going to get all bubbly and yummy, just the way everybody likes their pizza. So while that's doing its thing, I want to show you this. This is the veggie strip maker. This is actually one of the products that's being discontinued and it's going away. But you know what it's really good for? Grating cheese. It's really great for grating your butter. And you're probably thinking, what the heck am I grating butter for? The reason you grate your butter is you probably forgot to take it out when you're making chocolate chip cookies, like I do every time. So if you grate it, it comes to room temperature much faster. So that's what I love about this. Okay, so I'm gonna move my cutting mat and the rest of my cheese over here because I don't need that anymore. And I'm gonna bring you a little bit closer to me. Okay, so now we are going to use the blender to make my cold brew smoothie. Now, I add a little bit of alcohol to mine. You don't have to. Only when I'm having it at night, not during the day. So in here, I'm going to add a banana. And you're just going to kind of break it into quarters. I'm going to throw in about a cup of cold brew. Now, if you've never had cold brew, what's the advantage of cold brew? It is so smooth. When you brew your coffee with cold water, you don't get that acidity that you do when coffee brews with hot water. So it's got a whole little contraption you put in here. Pour the cold water on here. It makes 5 cups. Let it sit 18 to 24 hours. You can do it in the refrigerator or on your countertop. But I make this probably at least twice a week. And this is one of my favorite things to do with it. So I'm going to put this over here. I need a bigger kitchen. It's not big enough. Okay, so we've got about a half a cup of almond milk. Now, what I love about this blender is that I make my own almond milk. So you can just soak your almonds in water, then you you drain them and put the almonds in here with fresh water, and all I have to do is hit the alternative milk button and I can make my own almond milk. I've got, I don't know, about a half a teaspoon of cocoa powder. I have 4 tablespoons of oatmeal. And of course, we must have ice. So I'll throw some ice in here. And you know what else I'm going to put in here? A little bit of protein powder. Now, if you've got kids and they're like picky and they won't eat their veggies and they're just, you know, that's where you want to incorporate these. This Super Veggie one is fantastic. We just started using this one this week because this is a new product. And we've got a whole bunch of new products coming out March 1st, so I'm super excited about those. So I'm going to put this on here. Makes that cute little sound, which I love. This is going to be loud for just like 1 second. So let's see. I'm going to turn this to smoothie, and I'm going to push the button. Sounds like R2-D2 when you open it up. Now, if you like it really thick, you can add more ice. And if you like it thinner, add less. So I put a little creme de coco in here. It's delicious. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, this looks like it's ready to go under the broiler. So I'm going to turn my broiler on real quick. And what you do is you cook it, move this out of the way. You cook it until the cheese melts. I'm going to show you what that looks like. So the cheese is all melty. Now this is going to go under the broiler just until the top of that cheese gets nice and melted and browned the way you might like it. Turn off the heat. We don't want to like set it on fire. We will finish that later. Okay. Now, because I was going to do this in a show, I wanted to show them one of the new products because it's going to be amazing. So if you like French fries and if you like to do a lot of quick prepping, you're gonna want this. So you're probably gonna want to call me and talk to me about hosting a party in March or April, whatever works for you. Okay, I'm gonna get do not need a cutting board. So I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this stuff out of the way. And we're gonna talk about this. This is going to be the quick prep. It's amazing. So it has this leg right here. And then you've got a little door. Now this green thing here, move my drink out of the way. Let me move this over here. I definitely need a bigger kitchen. Okay. So we've got this piece, and this is the piece that's going to go on here. So that attaches like that. This piece is going to go under here. And you can see that it has like this little indentation there. And that's so you know how to stick it. So it's actually going to go just like this. Now, what I didn't show you was the back. So on the back, you have all these dials, and you can pick what you want it to do. So for French fries, you turn it to like number 8, and then you can decide how thick you want them or how thin you want them. You can make potato chips on here. You could do like a veggie tray in like minutes. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how fast you can make a French fry. Okay, so this is going to go right in here. Can you move this way? I want to make sure you can see. Okay, so it's going to go here, and you're going to use this to plunge it. Hold on, I got to unlock this first. There we go. All right, so it unlocks so that way you're not exposing yourself to anything sharp. And this is going to keep your fingers away from anything. Now watch this. Can you cut French fries any faster than that? I think not. And now what I would do with these is I would soak them in water for a little bit, because that just gets rid of some of the starch. And then I would throw these in the Pampered Chef air fryer. Hey Kimmy, I was plugging your olive oil earlier. But that's what you can do with this. So amazing French fries, right? But you can make chips, and you can do carrot sticks, and oh my gosh, the things you can do with this, it's incredible. All right, let's check on our pizza. Not yet. So this is good for sweet potato fries too. So that's, I love sweet potato fries. My family, not so much, but I love them. But now, even though the sweet potato is like so hard, it just goes through it like nothing. So let me shut this off. All right, and that's coming out in like 2 seconds. Oh, it looks so good, but I think it just needs another second or two. I want to show you one more new thing coming out. How cool is this? You know what this is? This is a family of trivets. So you've got for a small pan, and a large one, and then a super large one. And I love that they store all kind of nestled in for easy storage. So love that. This month, and I do still have time if anybody is interested, I have shows starting next week, our cast iron. This is the enameled cast iron, which is gorgeous. That's the 2 quart. I'll take this out. How cool is that? I want to show you the bottom. Can you see how nice and crispy that is on the bottom? It's going to be incredible. I'm going to put that right onto a, it's going to go right onto a cooling rack. It's going to cool just a bit, and then I can put it on a cutting board, and I can cut that up really nice and easy. So, Kelly, oh, that looks amazing. Oh, Kelly, you're going to love it, I'm telling you. And it's right up your alley. Then this is another piece of our cast iron pieces. And this is the 6 quart enameled. So pretty. The nice part about this piece is that while supplies last, it comes in a beautiful blue color. And it's It's not going to stick around long. So if you want to be known for getting the exclusive blue, you want to talk to me about hosting a party this week or next week. I have parties starting on Monday. So if you're interested, just give me a call or send me a message or whatever. So anyway, that's kind of what I wanted to come to you guys tonight to talk about. This was supposed to go into that party, but it didn't work out the way it was supposed to. Little audio problem. So anyway, thanks for joining tonight, guys. And if you see something you like, message me and I'll get you on the calendar. But I'm going to have some pizza and finish my coffee smoothie. So thanks, guys. Take care. And I hope you have a really great night.